There's nothing here. We're surrounded by total emptiness. We're floating in a gigantic void. What kind of place is this?
Too much for you?
Of course not, but now I know what few can stand a whole year in this place. It's overwhelming.
It is. It is.
Welcome to episode 3 of Wednesday's business class. I'm using this picture as an example. Going straight into the lesson, keeping it short and sweet. Alright, so this picture is you. You are working so hard that your muscles about to pop out. Like literally about to pop out of your arms. And this represents that you're getting a lot of work done, but your progress is not going too far. And this character right over here, and if you're a fan, you already know who this is. This represents your mental. You really thinking you're doing something. You're super happy. Your conscience is telling you right here that, man, you're on your way to the riches, and you're this is you right here in the physical, and you're saying, hey, I'm working harder. I'm gonna make so much more money. You're not gonna work yourself to riches. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. It just don't work like that. In order to get to where you're trying to go, you're going to have to learn how to work smarter. Point blank, period. And let's go to the next picture. Let's say this picture right here, this represents you being balanced. This represents you being pretty much using your brain to the full capacity and not your body, not just your body. This represents you being are currently the best version of yourself, and definitely represents you being a better version of yourself. This version makes progress. This version of yourself is in one with the mental and the physical, and you're not just out here acting like some robot working harder and not going nowhere. Not like a hamster in a wheel. It's like you work so much, you work so hard, running so fast, but you're not going nowhere. You're just going in the wheel, you're just running in place, right? So we're gonna go straight into why I brought these pictures up first. Let's go right into why I brought these pictures up. Prices is just a numbers game. The quickest way to accelerate or put yourself where you want to be faster is you got to go to the future. How do you go to the future? First, you got to know what numbers you need to have. First you need to know your numbers, period. And once you figure out your numbers, you can pretty much start understanding, how much you need to sustain your lifestyle, how much you need to satisfy your lifestyle, how much you need to make sure your family's straight, how much you need to pretty much put yourself in a better position where you will never have to worry no more and set it on autopilot. So let's start. Price of product or service times customer/client equals total of sales, right? So I kept saying this thing about going to the future or accelerating, to a better version of yourself or to a better lifestyle a lot faster. You got to move the decimal point and you speed up time. Point blank, period. You have to move the decimal point and speed up time. So, how do you move the decimal point and speed up time? You gotta know what to charge. You gotta know what type of service you offer. You gotta know pretty much um, what's a fair price that you should be selling your product or service for a customer or a client. And you're gonna have to decide that based off of what industry you in and based off of the labor and what you feel like it's worth.
This new form has a weakness.
You can beat Cell. You can. I know you can.
Not in this form. Not yet.
What? Why not, Dad?
I know I look like I can't go on. But these bulky muscles make it hard to move fast. And if I'm going to beat Cell, I can't have anything slowing me down.